Hi guys, it's me SB Studs, and welcome back to LEGO Set Saturdays. This is the series where I build and review a LEGO set and then give my personal opinion on the set in an out of 10 rating system. Today, I'm reviewing LEGO Set 21108, which is the LEGO Ideas Ghostbusters Ecto-1. It is 508 pieces, 4 minifigures, and is recommended for ages 10 and up. This set retails for $100 in Australia in 2014 and was part of the LEGO Ideas line. But before we get into today's review, the YouTube gods on Mount Olympus have told me that only about 3% of you guys are actually subscribed. So if you guys want to see more set reviews, mock showcases, and more, then go down below and destroy that like and subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. Thanks to Automine Studio, who is our newest subscriber. And while you're down there in the description, hop over to my Instagram. I post tutorials from my mock videos and sneak peeks for thumbnails and videos. So if you want to check it out, the link to my Instagram is in the description below. But with all of that out of the way, let's build this. In my personal opinion, this set is a flawed masterpiece. I think the build looks quite accurate to the original 1982 movie, and works great for both play and display. The minifigures were really good for 2014 when I got it, and in some ways they still hold up to the modern ones. And since the minifigures are probably the reason you'll buy this set, let's instead have a look at the box. Starting at the front of the box, we have a really nice photo of the car and the 4 Ghostbusters, with some really nice ghost effects off to the right and bottom. Up in the top left is the LEGO and Ghostbusters logo. On the bottom left is the age range and set number, and then on the bottom right we have the LEGO Ideas logo, and the number tells us that this was the 6th LEGO Ideas project ever put into production. Then, turning the box to the right, we have the LEGO logo again, and then some nice black and yellow patterning, which really gives that Ghostbusters vibe. And then, next to that are some details on how the LEGO Ideas works, in English as well as a bunch of other languages. Then, on the back of the box, we have another really nice picture of the car and the Ghostbusters. Here they are using the Ghost Trap and the Proton Packs, and they are... oh no. They crossed the streams! It's okay, guys. I'm fine. Let's continue with the review. Behind the picture is a really nice backdrop of New York, which is also really good for theming. Then in the top left we have the LEGO and Ghostbusters logo, and then on the far right we have some extra shots of what the car looks like on the top and on the side. You also have Spengler saying the classic Ghostbusters line, "Who you gonna call?" And finally at the bottom we have an image showing that this was the 30th anniversary of the original Ghostbusters when this set came out. These images also have this really cool format where they are aligned like a film strip, which is a really nice touch. And at the bottom right, we have the link for the LEGO Ideas page on lego.com. Then, turning the box to the left side, we have the LEGO and Ghostbusters logo, then some more of that yellow and black patterning. Then it says, "Who you gonna call?" in 6 languages. On the bottom of the box is the LEGO logo, the set number, the choking hazard warning, the age warning for 3 and under year olds, where the pieces were made, and the barcode. Finally, on the top, with the LEGO and Ghostbusters logo, set number, a look at the display stand for the Ghostbusters, along with each of their last names of each of the Ghostbusters: Stanton, Spengler, Venkman, and Zedmore. Finally, we have a scale. This just shows you how big the minifigures actually are. So if I put Spengler here, sorry I keep thinking it's Spelger, you can see that this scale is almost exactly perfect. The box design is also quite nice. It's different from the Lego boxes, since it the front opens up, not the sides, and I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be reminiscent of older Lego sets from the 80s. But now that we've gone a look at the box, let's have a look at the minifigures. For this set, Lego actually included a stand for the minifigures. It's pretty nice. The minifigures are secure and it has a curved tile of the Ghostbusters logo printed on the front. Now, let's get a close-up of the minifigures. First up is Ray Stantz. He's a pretty cool looking minifigure. He's got a really nice torso print, which is pretty consistent throughout all the Ghostbusters, except that the initials have changed from Ray. His initials are RS. His legs, just like all the Ghostbusters, are just plain tan with no leg printing. He then has a happy, smiling expression and then a scared and frightened expression. His hairpiece is pretty basic, but it fits him well, so that's okay. Then he has a proton pack, which is the same throughout all the Ghostbusters, and the gun for the pack can be held like so. Behind the proton pack, however, is some pretty nice back printing, with the Ghostbusters logo, which is consistent throughout all the Ghostbusters, except that here it shows each of the Ghostbusters' first names. So here it says Ray. Here, Stantz is holding a radio, as it comes as an accessory. Then we have Egon Spengler. He has his initials ES on his torso, and has a pretty cool happy and scared expression. His hair also fits tremendously well, and on his back is his name Egon. Here, Egon is holding a radio, which also comes as an accessory. Then we have Peter Venkman. He has his initials PV on his torso, then he also has a nice calm expression, and then a really awesome scared expression. His hairpiece unfortunately doesn't fit him too well, but that was before we got the other hairpiece that would be used in all other Ghostbusters sets. Then behind his proton pack, we have his first name, Peter. Here, he is holding a ghost truck, which comes as an accessory. Finally, we've got William Zedmore. He's got his initials WZ, and has a cool, calm, and scared expression. His hair piece doesn't fit him too well, but that's mainly because the Finn hairpiece wasn't made until a year later. Then, behind his proton pack, he has his first name, William. So, that's all the minifigures. Now let's have a look at the build. So, overall, as you can see with this car, I think it captures the spirit of the Ecto-1 wagon pretty well. I think that the general details, like the overall shape and size of the car compared to the minifigures, I think is really accurate, and I'm really happy that LEGO took so much time into making that, silhouette of the car so exact. And that was mostly done through hinge pieces on the windows, which I think was a really, really awesome choice on LEGO's behalf. I also really like the fact that LEGO went above and beyond and made all the details on the top of the car really accurate. They did all the colours, and the shapes, and the sizes, and I don't think there's pretty much nothing left out there. There are a couple of details that just draw your attention away, but overall, if you're just looking at this set, it's really, really awesome. And now that I've told you some general details, let's have a look at some specific details. So, starting off at the front, we have some nice details for the lights, exhaust pipes, grille, and we have this cool, number plate for the Ecto-1. Then we have these side panels. I think that was a bit weird how they rounded off the sides, but overall the bonnet looks pretty good, and they have this grey antenna, which I actually found that the grey colour is actually quite useful. Then we have these wheels with these really nice rims, which are actually dumbbell pieces, and I thought that was really creative of LEGO to do that, and I think that's actually like a pretty cool feature. Then we have the windscreen and these window wipers. I think the window wipers are a bit weird because that's not actually how window wipers work, the placement of them, but overall it's kind of okay. And then we have this blue light on the side, which I don't know why it's there, but it just is. So maybe it's like a signal light or something. Then we have on the side, we have I think it's a mirror, and then we have the side of it. So the paneling actually smooths it over quite nice, and we have the Ghostbusters logo. So that's pretty nice, and it's pretty much the same on both sides. So that's just, the details pretty much the same. You can then take off the roof, and we can have a look at the roof. So there's just a bunch of different details. There's a bunch of lights, there's a bunch of canisters, and lights and equipment, which I assume is used by the Ghostbusters to hunt down all the ghosts. Probably ghost tracking equipment and other stuff like that that could help them in their, I guess, crusade against ghosts, which I think was quite interesting. And the roof, I think, was like the best part of the build. I think it was the most satisfying part because it was just a bunch of small things, and I just thought it was really awesome to build. And especially stuff like the canisters, I really like building them. Those yellow canisters, and then some of the dishes and stuff like that. And I thought that was just really awesome to build that, and it was pretty cool, I think. And now then you can see that we also have this ladder here, and I don't know why, because I don't think they ever used it in the movie, but I've got Venkman here, and basically you can have one of the characters like climb up on it and like ride on it while the car's driving, and I don't know, you can put a proton pack on them, and they can I guess shoot the laser beams, and oh sorry, proton streams, and then as you can see, we have this blue pipage, which is actually like just folds in under this roof. When the roof comes off, you have to put it under the roof again, but overall it stays in there pretty well. Then on the back we have the Ghostbusters logo, and then the number plate, Ecto-1 number plate again, and then we have some really cool light details at the back. It gets this real 50s vibe, which I really, really like with those lights. They're very pointed, very sharp, very cool. And then we have those bumper bumper balls on the back, which I think are actually nice. Now, the bottom of the car is actually, admittedly, quite rough. It's brown from the inside on the bottom, and then you can see these blue parts on the sides, which I just think just doesn't look nice. But honestly, you don't really see the bottom of it, so I think it's okay, really. So now let's get a good look at the inside of the car, and overall I think the inside's just okay, but there's some criticisms I have. So first, at the front we have a steering wheel and for the driver's seat, and one minifigure can fit into there. Then, but directly behind him, or her, if you're going to put her in there, you have the passenger seat, and then you have another seat with a console next to it. And then you have the back, which is kind of like a boot, where you can put a proton pack, or the radios, or the ghost trap, or any other equipment that you want to put in the back there for the Ghostbusters. Now, you might notice that there's these hinges here which give the car that angular look, and I thought that was a fantastic choice by LEGO because, as I said, it creates that angled silhouette, which I think is really important, and it was a really, really great choice for LEGO to do that, because I think it just improves the look of the car by a whole lot. So, as you can see, when you just put the roof on, it fits kind of badly, but overall I think it's okay. But here's what it looks like with minifigures. So, here's what it looks like to have the Ghostbusters in the car. Now, I have Ray, Egon, and Venkman near the front, and then I have Winston in the back, and you'll instantly notice something which I think is the biggest problem with this car, and it's that it only has room for 3 minifigures. You have to have Winston lie down, which I think is a huge disappointment, and I just think that surely LEGO could have worked some of their LEGO magic around, and they could have made it so all the Ghostbusters could sit down, because now my point about the boot and being able to put the proton packs in the boot can't happen, because now the proton packs don't fit in. And I guess you could put like the radios and ghost traps if you stuff them in, but I think that that's just kind of just like a big letdown for the set. That I feel like this set should have 4 seats that the Ghostbusters can sit down in, but there just isn't. And I think that that is something that if LEGO's going to make this again in minifigure scale, then they definitely need to handle that. Because I just think that, I guess this is a display set, but if they want it to be a play set, which I think this was kind of like half a play set, then it needs to be a play set where you can have them all sit down and drive the car and stuff like that. And I just think that having 3 Ghostbusters in the back, in the only be able to fit 3 Ghostbusters is kind of just really, really big letdown. But I get that it's probably because they did the hinges with the windows, so that they can make the windows angled, but honestly, LEGO, you can do anything with LEGO. LEGO seems limited, it's not limited in pretty much any way. But, yeah, I just think that they really needed to improve that, and if they are going to do that, that is my biggest thing that they need to do. Because in the for the 2016 Ghostbusters movie, they they did this set, except that they made it four-seater in the front, and then they even had space in the boot at the back. So, I mean, if they're gonna make this classic Ghostbusters Ecto-1 again, they need to do that. So, overall, the set does capture the spirit of the car exceedingly well. I think that it's a pretty good model, and that it captures most of the really important details and nails some of the smaller ones. It's just that there are some glaring problems that I think if Lego's going to do it again, that just need to be solved. So that's stuff like there's only being 3 seats, and stuff like the bottom just looking like an absolute mess. So if there weren't any of those two big problems, set would be like a 9 out of 10. However, I'm going to have to downgrade it to like a 7.5 out of 10. It's still a really good set, and it would be even better if you're a huge Ghostbusters fan like me, but I'm judging it objectively, and there are some huge letdowns with these sets that just distract you. So yeah, guys, that's all I've really got to say about this set. Comment down below what your favorite LEGO Ghostbusters set, and any other questions you have about this set in the comments below. Also, if you haven't already, go and follow me on Instagram. I post sneak peeks and tutorials for you guys for my videos. So if you think that that's cool and want to check it out, my Instagram is sb_studs, or you can just find the link to my Instagram in the description below. Also, do please like and subscribe. We are nearing 200 subscribers, and I'm going to do something pretty cool when I do that. But I don't quite know yet. I'm thinking of doing a large-scale Lego build, or a face reveal, or just something else like that. But as always, I'll see you all in the next video. Sterling out.